It's that time of the year again. The Boone weather has officially reached the point of being annoyingly cold, forgotten doorstep pumpkins are reaching their final stages of decomposition, turkeys and tofurkeys nationwide are starting to sense that something just isn't right. Yes, indeed, it's Thanksgiving. Now, I know its origins are pretty problematic, and we can certainly talk about that in another intermediate photo soundslide documentary, but right now I want to focus on Thanksgiving as an opportunity to spend quality time with friends and family and be grateful for the good things in life. So, I've prepared a short step-by-step guide to ensure that you have the most enjoyable, smooth-sailing, drama-free Thanksgiving. Step 1. Wear yourself down to the point of exhaustion. Now, this step takes months and months to complete. I'm talking like an entire semester, so start early. Pick up a heavy course load, work yourself into the ground at your low-paying job, heavily involve yourself in extracurricular activities, spend all your free time trying to catch up on projects and assignments. Now, after you've taken all of these steps, try to time it so you are just at your breaking point around mid-November. Step 2. If step 1 was completed correctly, this means that you probably haven't had time to cook yourself a decent meal for the past while. Ramen and peanut butter straight out of the jar are your balanced diet. This is good. This is what we want. Now that you are overworked and hungry for a real, actual meal, we can proceed to step 3. Step 3. Leave all of your responsibilities on top of the mountain and dedicate the next 5 days to spending time with your family that has probably forgotten about you since it's been so long since you've been home. Give your parents a hug, give your dog a hug. Tell them you've missed them because you have. Step 4. Start prepping some of the food the night before to reduce the amount of kitchen chaos on the day of. Tell your mom to take a break. You're an adult now. You totally know how to cook things. Step 5. If, like me, you quickly realize you totally don't know how to cook things, invite your friend over to help. I promise there's nothing she wants to do more after a long day at work than stand around zesting oranges with a cheese grater. Step 6. Thanksgiving should be started off no differently than any other day of the year, with coffee. And because everyone isn't already doing enough cooking today, let's just throw pancakes in the mix too. Step 7. Let the real cooking commence. If you're like me and want some more vegetarian options for Thanksgiving, heckle your family for months about the horrors of the meat industry, and hopefully by the time Thanksgiving rolls around, you'll have worn them down enough to the point where they finally give in on the vegetarian stuffing, just so you'll shut up. This video is not sponsored by Morningstar. Step 8. If your mom is like my mom and eventually gets fed up with a bunch of people crowding her kitchen who don't have any idea what they're doing, evacuate the house for a bit by taking a trip to Starbucks. Step 9. Most people will probably be able to skip this step, but on the off chance that your family invites your ex-boyfriend to Thanksgiving and he actually takes them up on the offer, deal with this by handing him a knife and a cutting board and putting him to work. Step 10. A good centerpiece is essential to any classy affair. Place fancy-looking candles around the $6 bottle of wine to make sure everyone knows that this is a fine dining experience. Step 11. Pop that sucker out of the oven, it's time to eat. Maybe you couldn't sell your family on a tofurkey this year, but you have 365 more days of convincing before next year. Step 12. Now, it's finally time to enjoy your first real meal in forever. At this point, your family is probably begging you to please stop taking pictures, the food is getting cold. So I'll make this quick and wrap up our how-to guide. Step 13. Enjoy your meal, get seconds, get thirds. Thanksgiving is best spent in a food coma. Last but not least, ignore all of the dishes and fight for who gets the couch for the highly anticipated once-a-year post-Thanksgiving dinner nap. So anyways, that wraps up the complete how to have a perfect Thanksgiving step-by-step guide. I hope you find these tips useful and are able to enjoy your day of rest before heading back up the mountain for the impending doom of final exams.